Hey friends, welcome to the Mad Painter Show. Trauma. Let's talk about it. Because in this video, we will be discussing how to unlock that inner trauma. This trauma comes a lot of times from our foundation, our home, things that we experience as a child, or some shocking events that may have happened to you recently, and you're working on overcoming these things. Friend, the one thing that we have to get control over is our minds, because that is what's putting us in the replay of this trauma. And sometimes it's difficult for us to talk about what we have experienced without re-triggering the trauma. We have to get to a point in allowing ourselves to settle down. All of us have questions, but not many of us are willing to seek out the answer, seek out solution to these problems. Friend, today, you are going to be that one. I've paid attention to how when we take time out, because this is an unlocking, right? So a lot of times when we're unlocking something, we need a key. Or like if you're trying to pick it, you know how to pick stuff and unlock it. But because this is going to be multiple doors, friend. So we're needing to develop a key so that we can unlock these doors of our inner trauma and bring this healing upon. And it starts with us looking, where does the problem start? Because if we have this problem rooted within us, friend, do you know that that problem carries over to other avenues of our life, so to speak? That cup runneth over also plays along with us, just being us, not even including God, but it's going to be an abundance of things due to how we think of things, due to how things are set up here in this realm and how we're operating. And if we're operating and constantly looking at the problem without keeping in mind a solution, because when we are looking at the problem, there is complaint. There is constant looking at what you don't have or what you used to have or what happened. If someone would not have done this, this would have been better, and so forth and so on. Friend, your past is not totally all of who you are. There is so much involved in everyone's past, but right now we're talking about you. And I mean, I may discuss a little bit of me here and there so you can understand that it's not just you, friend. But friend, when we have an opportunity to look at our foundation, there may be a lot of pain there. There may be a lot of hurt there. There may have been a lot of struggle there. But in that situation or in those struggles, in those problems, in those situations where you feel like you have been broken, friend, now is the time to get this key to our inner healing, because we have to unlock this. And part of unlocking it is taking some time and having the hard talks, dealing with these issues, because when you start asking the questions and start seeking it out, and we're not just seeking this out any kind of way, friend, we're seeking this out looking through the eyes and desire of truth and with love. Because I mean, you know, sometimes that truth will be coming and we may not want to hear it. And it's just like, oh, that sounds so harsh. But when we learn love and then learn that there is truth in love, it changes the game. And, you know, when you're feeling kind of like, oh, it hurts, you'll actually be standing there and ready to hear it. You're desiring to hear it. So we want to hear the truth. Because in these asking questions and receiving answers, we want to have the desire of the truth of this thing. Now, this is not so much of a thing of, well, why was so and so like this and this, that, and the other. Let's look at ourselves. Let's look at you, friend, because this is where we are beginning the healing is with you. And all of these things now, forgive me for talking fast. Now, we may have physical scars of some of the things that may have occurred to our lives, but internally, that's where the real wounds are, friend, and how we can see how these wounds are happening, how we respond to others, how we respond to specific situations. If people remind us of someone that was in that past that had us feeling some type of way, had us thinking some type of way, making us not really feel the love of others, or feel the love of ourselves, it can trigger us to respond a particular kind of way, or just respond out of control, friend, just be responding out of control. We're at a place where a lot of people are responding out of control. A lot of things are triggering them. So we have to have an awareness of what is triggering us, from movies to music to people to environments. This is part of the in tune, because we are now being aware of how we're feeling. Not so much in, I need to react, I need to respond, but paying attention when we're feeling triggered, when things aren't feeling quite right. As I started writing out the notes of this thing, it had me thinking out, because this was going into two different conversations as far as consistency, and we still have this key situation, because consistency is key. And it's what we're being consistent in is what's going to unlock particular doors. We want to unlock the door of healing, friends. So we are in need of being in a place of consistently seeking out this love. How do we go about seeking out this love? Of course, if you've been on my page before, you've heard me talking about God and how God is love. But if this is your first time watching this video, God is a spiritual entity. And I mean, this is a layered thing. And he goes through such great depths to understand how you're feeling. And I mean, again, this is a layered thing. So when we include him in on these triggers, these situations, these struggles, because it is about a now thing. And as you really look at now is a continuous thing. We want to continuously include God in on everything. had been recently watching these couple of movies on Tubi. One was The Mortician that Method Man was in, and another one was titled Paradise House. And it had a lot to do with an individual and or people's past and how that past caught up with them. Both movies showed me how love was very important part, because we got, if you ever seen a janitor and how a janitor has all those keys, because immediately I heard a whole bunch of keys rattling. They have a lot of responsibility. They have a lot of responsibility because they have all these different doors to open, because it's not like it's one huge skeleton key that just opens all the doors. No, this is like keys. So love is another key. And in seeing how both characters had lacked this love, but they still had a respect for things, was very intriguing. But in both movies, I was able to see the love of God. And this comes back to the past. Men, women, especially women when it comes to dating others, because men may not have that issue as much as women. And when it comes to prostitution, a night worker, a stripper, whatever you may have done to have gained money, or whatever it is that you're doing to get your money, honey, I'm not here to judge you, but this is a loving, safe space. Friend, whatever it is that you're doing, include God in on it. Now, I know that may sound crazy, but include God in on it. With this, again, back to writing both notes, I kept seeing like the book smart and the street smarts. And because it was coming to consistency and what it is that we're looking at. There was a guy that I knew, I won't mention any names just in case they may be watching this, but he was very book smart. But in having a little bit of street knowledge, and then with the area that I was in, it was just like, boy, I was a little nervous on him coming to pick me up because I'm not even a wicked type person, but it's just like, yeah, he looked like the type of person that get got, and I'm not trying to be walking down the street with him because confidence just wasn't in his bones. But he's very book smart. But as far as street smarts and paying attention, being in tune, it was no, it wasn't happening. So that street element kind of gave me the intuition part, because the most savviest gangster has really good intuition. Not saying that it's top tier, but I'm just saying, and they have a different type of reading on the inside. Like there is an in tune on the inside and an observation on the outside. And just having a smidge bit of that and being in certain areas, things will look like everything is all right. But you just have this feeling like something is about to happen. It doesn't feel right. And it's not a thing of the imagination. And so there is an intuition that comes along with this thing. So back to God. Because God is not this being that is just like, hi, I'm just here on the outside. And I mean, I'm so far away from you. I don't even want to hear nothing you got to say. And depending on how you talking, and I may listen in, but God is a loving and forgiving God and so merciful. And he's like, there's this thing of grace, and it's a gift. It is given to us. It's nothing that we work for. And I mean, like, because this whole father title is mind-blowing. Like, okay, I started this off with past and foundation and how that may not have been good. But think of the dad that you wish you could have had, or because back in my day, I mean, I used to watch the Bill Cosby Show. I get whatever happened, but you can't take the Bill Cosby Show away from none of that, because of how the family was set up. That was just like a visual. But then again, now think on a dad. I was just giving that as an example. But like on just how a father can be so loving and so giving. Like my dad was super cool. Like he was cool. And just when we would have our intimate moment with like bugs and stuff like that, and like how he would talk to me, it's like, that's a gift. That was nothing that he felt forced to do, or because I was a good kid at school, like, come, I'm going to spend time with you. It's a gift. I mean, that was like one of the best examples that I could give you. But anywho, like I mentioned in the movie, how there is this love, because I don't want to tell a movie in case you decide to watch it, especially The Mortician. Oh my God, Method Man. Oh, Wu-Tang forever. I got to went somewhere with that. But in seeing how there is like such this forgiveness of the past, I'm like, there is a looking at you right now. God is not smacking you upside the head with what you did or who you were in your past. He's not like that. we want to get to a place where we give God a chance. Because whether you're a prostitute, gangbanger, whatever it is, or whether it was something that you was or something that you is, right now, talk to God. Ask God for forgiveness. Thank God. Thank God. Talk to him. Talk to him. However you talk to your best friend. Give God a shout out. Go ahead and talk to him. Lay it on down on the table. I mean, because he already see it. And it's not like a thing where it's like, I'm about to drag you to hell right now. I mean, we done already been through some hells, right? So why make this worse? So it's like, here it is, regardless of what our foundation was, regardless of what our past looked like, there is a love that's like a warming bear hug. It's just like, come here, come here, come here. And as we have these hard talks, because we can kind of beat ourselves up when we had these hard talks with ourselves about what happened in our past and the decisions that we're making. But it starts with you being honest with yourself and putting it on the table. Because it's like, I mean, look at it like a practice, friend. Because if you could do it with yourself, I mean, it's not like God is not already there, but you want to invite him in on the situation. You want to include him in. You want to talk to him about it. He loves you a whole lot. So we don't want to be out here all willy-nilly, all caught up in our trauma where we're having difficulty at the job, difficulty in relationships, difficulty with ourselves and not having the ability to sit in silence. So with this consistency thing, consistently go to him, like however it is, like with friends or whatever. You have to take time out. Take time out to learn. Take time out to silence yourself. Take time out to hear a good word, to hear something that's going to fill you, that's not going to keep you in this lost state of mind. Take time out and be consistent with it. Be consistent with it. At first, you didn't know how to tie your shoe, but you stay consistent with it and you know how to tie your shoes now. I mean, you probably just slipping them bad boys on, but it's still, you know how. And so, friend, this is a relationship that we want to develop, because the more we're consistent in this relationship thing, and it's not, okay, if I do this, I read, if I saw today I'm supposed to give. So, okay, today I give. I'm good. My way into heaven is, it's a layered thing, friend. We're wanting to bring this heavenliness here. And this is what's going to be the healing, because we may not have had the example of being loving, of being faithful, of being loyal, of being consistent. Ask him. And as we invite him in for this relationship, he becomes the main example and shows us. And not just show us outwardly, he shows us through experience. And when we experience him in this walk and we see how he's faithful to his word and faithful to us and his promises, friend, it becomes healing. The peace becomes healing. His word becomes healing. His presence is healing. It brings you joy. Friend, this is the key to unlocking your healing. I love you guys. God loves you even more. Find out why. This is an experience. Take time out consistently, day by day. Fresh bread, delicious wine. I mean, not like that kind of wine. I'm not trying to entice nobody, but it's good for the it's good for the soul, married to the heart. Like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.